So here's a really good example of a cactus skeleton right here. You can see it's got like these shoots in it. But it all is kind of made like a regular wood. And you can see the arms, how it's cactus shaped. It's kind of cool. So just something I'd never really noticed or seen. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Tucson, Arizona. We are here just outside of Tucson, obviously. We're doing the Pima Canyon trailhead here on the, I guess it's the southwestern part of the mountains here. So not too far outside of the city, but we're gonna do this hike here today. It's like a 10+ mile hike, but we're not gonna do all 10. It's an out and back. So we are just gonna do as much as we can handle here out and back. So Pima Canyon trailhead. Yeah, map's kind of worn. So we're here. I think out here is the trail. And it kind of goes in here, and we got some options to go, but basically we're just gonna go until we get tired and then come back down, because I believe it's all basically a long, slow uphill. So we're here on March the 2nd, I believe, 2025. Great weather today. Hello. And so we're gonna take advantage. I think it's supposed to be like a high of 78 or something like that. Right now it's probably about 70. Not a cloud in the sky. We had a lot of wind yesterday. I had 40-50 mile an hour gusts in the area. So there's a little bit of a breeze today, but other than that, it is Tucson weather, not a cloud in the sky, and not too hot because of the time of the year. So that's good. This is a good time, I think, to come down to Arizona, take advantage of the weather, see some awesome mountains and some hills, and get a man. Look at the spines on this thing. Wow, you wouldn't never seen a tree like that. So green too. It's like the Wizard of Oz, the witch, like her color green. Okay, so kind of a cool bridge. So this trailhead's kind of in a bit of a neighborhood, so kind of tucked away.
You have fun.
So it's kind of tucked in these neighborhoods here, and kind of when we got to the trailhead where the parking is, it's a decent sized lot, but we noticed there's these really cool houses here, really expensive, nice looking houses right at the base of the mountain. Get Micah fixed up here. So you can see some of these right off the trail here. Some really cool, these big windows. I guess the city should be this way, I think. Yeah, if this is the trail, then the city should be, Tucson should just be that way. Cool, so for us Midwesterners, or Rebecca being from the Northeast, very different type of hiking. Looks like we're going to get into some really cool old saguaros here. You can see them all up the hillside, decorating the hillside here. So maybe we'll get some interesting saguaros and things like that. Okay, so we just hit about a mile into this trail. Just got to this ravine, and we've been hiking for about 38 minutes or so. We did stop twice, once to switch Micah onto the back instead of the front, and once just for like a water break. So it is slow moving, but we're also enjoying these awesome views here in this canyon. We're kind of going up between these two mountains here, and it's been mostly uphill, a little bit downhill, maybe a little bit rolly, but all in all not too terrible. It seemed like the first half mile was more uphill than the second half mile. So it's getting a little bit hotter now, maybe closer to 75. Sun just hits you a little bit harder as you get in to the hike. We're getting some really cool old saguaros here. If you watched our last video in Saguaro National Park, I gave you some saguaro facts. So they get about 40 feet tall. It takes like 30 years for the first like inch and a half of height or something like crazy like that. I don't remember what else. 40 feet tall. Arms, I think you have to be 30 something years old after you get some. Huh? 35. 35 to get arms. How long was it for the first half an inch and a half or something like that? I can't remember. We'll just have to go back and watch that one, because I can't even remember. It was just a few days ago. And we did see a saguaro skeleton earlier pretty close. I should have filmed it, but when they do die, there's like a wooden skeleton underneath there. So if you're not familiar, oh, is there a little bit of one? Yeah, there's a little bit of one. Let's go up and check that out. There's a little bit of a saguaro skeleton here. Some of them are a little more complete than others. This one's a little bit on the incomplete side, but enough to look at, I think.
65, 66, something like that, 67. And the husband is almost
So
75.
you can see right there, saguaro
Good ride. Yeah.
skeleton.
A little bit of a nappy.
Yeah. So that saguaro skeleton, you can see some of it's falling apart. The what you see, the green part kind of falls apart, and then there's like almost like just normal wood on the inside of the cactus. I've never seen that before. But man, some of these saguaros, it's hard to probably tell in the video, they are quite tall. Like I said, they get to be about 40 feet, and I think I've seen a couple that are at least 30 feet tall. Okay, keep moving along here in this ravine. So we keep coming through this valley here. If you've never been out west or hiking out west, it's a completely different thing. Very cool. Less obviously tree cover, which I miss, but if you come here in the winter, it's quite nice. good weather. Would not want to do this in the summer. Not at all. Okay. Let's go ahead and continue this hike. Don't know how far we're going, but we're at least over a mile now. So maybe we can do 2 miles maybe out and 2 miles back. Maybe see how far we get. But, okay, let's get back to some more hiking views. Here's a really good example of a cactus skeleton right here. You can see it's just got like these shoots in it. But it all is kind of made like a regular wood. And you can see the arms, how it's cactus shaped. It's kind of cool. So, just something I'd never really noticed or seen before. I learned about on this trip. That's a really tall saguaro. Look at this one right here. Yeah. Okay, so we are closing in on about 2 miles, and I think we're, for Micah's sake, obviously, for Micah's sake, we gotta turn around just to be safe. We don't want to get too far out here, and he gets a little cranky, or somebody gets hangry. Wow, that saguaro's got a lot of arms. So, hey, look at that view here. Mountain's so cool here. So, I think we're gonna turn around at about 2 miles or so, so we'll get a 4-mile hike in. It's been, you know, since that, after that first half mile, it's been uphill, but it hasn't felt too bad. It's mostly just steps like this. Little uneven and rocky, so you need to be good on your feet to be able to do the hike. We have gotten into a little bit of shade, you can see. Not too terrible. Helps out with the sunlight. But, hello. So the hike has been actually pretty enjoyable. I was worried it was going to get a lot uphill and not so much enjoying ourselves, but the views, we got been having these mountain views on both sides, even in front of us most of the way. We've got some shade. It's been, while it has been uphill, it's been fairly flat feeling, so that's good. And this is about what the trail looks like most of the time. Little flats with some steps, well worn in, pretty easy to follow. So go ahead and keep going here till we get to the 2-mile mark. Okay, so we made it to the 2-mile mark here. Really nothing there, but we went ahead and stopped and switched Micah onto somebody else, and we're gonna head back now. So how long have we been hiking? How long have we been hiking?
Hour and 11 minutes.
So it took us just about an hour to get to the 2 miles. At first 35 minutes was the half mile or the mile mark, so the second half was a little bit faster than the second half. Seemed a little flatter. Man, that rock is so cool. I hope it's coming out on video well. Man. And this side, and you can see how that blue sky cuts on that the mountaintop there. How stark different that blue is to that brown. Very cool. So that's 2 miles in just over an hour. I don't know how much elevation, but not too bad.
Yeah.
So I'll go ahead and end this hike here. I hope you liked the video. If you did, hit the like button now. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. And leave me some comments. You know, any saguaro facts, leave them here. If you're the first one, obviously, if you're the first person to make it here, no comments below. Be the first to comment. Give me a first. Tell me what you liked, what you didn't like, whatever. Looks like we are, I don't know if we'll do anything tomorrow here in Arizona, but if not, it looks like we're going to be moving out to Washington State for a few months, and we'll be doing some stuff up in the Washington State area. So could get some really interesting different stuff there. We're pretty excited to head all the way up to Washington for a while and see what it's like there. Give you some, I think we're going to be near Mount Rainier, so maybe we can get into Mount Rainier, knock off some more national parks, get some good hikes in before our summer trip, which we are planning to go to Scandinavia this summer. Do some Sweden, Norway, Finland, Denmark, Estonia, I think is the plan. So if all goes well. So that's just a little sneak peek. If you made it here, you get to know what's happening and what's coming up in the next videos. So until then, we will see you in the next one.